there is a beautiful story, a story that is close to my heart. On the outward, it may appear very simple, but in reality, it is significant in many ways. It happened that Gautam Buddha came to a town. The whole town had been waiting for his arrival, and finally he arrived. But he was looking backward at the road because a small girl, not more than 13 years old, had met him on the road and told him, "Wait for me. I am going to give this food to my father on the farm, but I will be back in time. But don't forget, wait for me." Buddha continued to look back at the road. He was waiting for that little girl. The people could not understand what was happening. Somebody stepped ahead and said to Buddha, "For whom are you waiting? Everybody important is present. The mayor of the town is present. All the officials are present. You can start your discourse." Buddha said, "But the person for whom I have come so far is not yet present, and I have to wait." Finally, the girl arrived, and she said, "I am a little late, but you kept your promise. I knew you would keep the promise. You had to keep the promise because I have been waiting for you since I became aware. Maybe I was 6 years old when I heard your name, just the name, and something started ringing a bell in my heart. And since then it has been so long, 10 years maybe, that I have been waiting." And Buddha said, "You have not been waiting uselessly. You are the person who has been attracting me to this village." And Buddha spoke. He gave his discourse, and that girl was the only one who came to him and said, "Initiate me. I have waited for enough, and now I want to be with you." Buddha said, "You have to be with me because your town is so far off the way that I cannot come again and again. The road is long and I am getting old." The whole village had gathered, but only this one little girl stepped ahead and expressed her desire to be initiated. How beautiful is this! How deep is this story! Only a meditative man can relate. Only someone who loves the Buddha can relate. Only someone who is following his heart can relate. All the way, Buddha came to this town just for that little girl. Her devotion, her love, her dedication, how to express, language is really poor. The master came for her. The master can come for you also. But the question is, how deep is your faith? How pure is your desire? How much ready are you to surrender in totality? On the same night, Ananda, Buddha's close disciple, asked a beautiful question. He said to Buddha, "Before you go to sleep, I want to ask you one question. Do you feel a certain pull towards a certain space, just like a magnetic pull?" And Buddha gave a beautiful answer. An answer that should be written in gold. Buddha said, "You are right. That's how I decide my journeys. When I feel that somebody is thirsty, so thirsty that without me there is no way for the person, I have to move in that direction." That is how the divine masters move. It is your thirst, it is your deep love, unwavering faith that pulls them towards you. You may be going through many difficulties. This human life has more miseries than happiness. Do not get entangled. Remain at the seashore and become a witness to all that is happening in your life. Always remember, You are not here by accident. There is a purpose to your existence. Right now, you may feel that nothing is happening in your life, but that is your short sightedness. You are looking at your life from the ground level. God is looking at your life from the top. You don't know what He is doing to your life, but you will know when the time is right. Jesus says, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." Trust God's process. Trust His timing. Let Him drive your life, and then you don't have to worry much. For when you have surrendered your life to Him, will anything ever go wrong? And even if you think it has or it may, up in the sky God is smiling, for it is only He who knows that what seems wrong to your mind is in reality right and not wrong. Faith is necessary. Faith tells us that no matter what lies ahead of us, God is already there. Move away from the illusions, Rahu, and move towards the reality within, Ketu. Move away from hate and move towards love, and you all would see miracles happening in your life. A miracle is not a myth but a reality. Albert Einstein said, "Don't wait for miracles. Your whole life is a miracle." It indeed is, only if you are aware, only if you are meditative, only if you are coming closer to yourself, that you can realize the true meaning of the word miracle. Miracles have a purpose. Miracles help people believe in enlightenment. The real miracle is the transformation of consciousness from limitation and pain to enlightenment and ecstasy. So, always remember, everything is possible only if you are willing to jump within. The way to overcome Rahu, especially when it is with the moon, is only by being more and more meditative. Else there is no way out. The cage is locked and the soul continues to suffocate in the darkness of ignorance caused by the desires called Rahu. It is in your hands whether to create paradise or fall into a darkness, into hellfire. These are not outside you, these both are within you. It all depends what you choose to be. The only way out, the only key to unlock this cage and experience freedom, total freedom, is through meditation.